Alright, previously, Wakefield and Kaufman followed the only clue they had on Devitt's location, the recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexander Dupree. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupree's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupree was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practiced rituals with the goal of peering through the veil, the line that separates the common world from an outer void full of horrors. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of the Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufman followed her to her hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. Hey, Brat. Alright, I must forget nothing. Oh. What are we doing? Everything must be set. What else do we need? What are we doing? When the time comes... Oh no. Blow it up. And I am visited again. I really do like the art on this. And the music. The last door. All right. For a moment, the sky was dark. We heard the calls of 1,000 birds, but another sound rose above them. A sound I cannot describe. Oh dear. What? What just happened in here? Where is Miss Cone? We are too late. Looks like she's been exploded. It's ashes. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she were trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. Chalk, a circle drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. I do not know what to make of all this. I do. I was afraid you would. Uh-oh. On a train. You alright, Kaufman? Kaufman's got the coughs. It is nothing, mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, mein Freund, I think we should talk. In light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back on to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient, Jeremiah Devitt. You'll have to keep yourself keep to yourself everything you've learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. Oh, gotta pause it. You know my answer already, Kaufman. I must know what happened to Devitt. So be it then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in the terms we're used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark, a sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexander Dupree, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. Miss Cohn's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. Season 2, Episode 2, My Dearest Visitor. Wickport. Wright Manor. Okay. Hello? I doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. Mrs. Oakwood. She's the manor's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Miss Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman, bless my soul. It's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I'm quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I am right sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It has been a long time since I have seen him so excited. I will leave you two to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you are back. It is I, Professor Johann Kaufman. Where's father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I'm afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories. Maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps. We have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Like a bat. Pong! Meanwhile, I will try and talk to him about the time we researched together. I don't trust this guy. That could also help him remember. Yeah, I don't trust you, fella. A large wardrobe of engraved wood. Okay, okay, okay. Now I wonder, what if I had stayed? Professor Wright's gaze remains fixed on the window as though he were waiting for someone. Okay. Snow is falling outside, slow and silent. Alright. Well, let's look around the house, shall we? A painting of the ocean at the end of the afternoon. There's a figure in black on the beach, but its face is shrouded by a hood. A lamp provides a soft glow that somehow lacks warmth. Yeah, look at the coloring too. Everything is blue to make it feel more cold. That's funny. So smart. Locked. Sign on the door reads, Attic. An engraving on paper. The script is from a language unknown to me. Okay. Just came out of there. An oil painting. It shows an obscure medieval scene. An old stone tower is depicted in the painting. Thorned vines have slithered across the entrance, forming a swarming blockade that almost seems to come alive when stared at for too long. Creepy. Ah, in you go. A bathroom. Here are some pipes. A gilded pipe runs from the floor to the ceiling. Okay. A mirror. Though I see myself in the mirror, the reflection is strangely distorted. Okay. A large porcelain tub, its heavy weight supported on 4 blackened iron feet. A thin ring of damp residue around its interior suggests recent use. Well, that's good. You should have a little scrubby-dubby every day, shouldn't you? Ah, common radiator, as opposed to an uncommon radiator. Wonder why we need to know that that is a gilded pipe. All right. In you go. No, it won't open either. Lots of locked doors. Gonna be finding lots of keys and things. Okay. Down the stairs, buddy boy. What is this? Well, let's go in there. Oh, bookshelves. I like bookshelves. Professor Wright has an eclectic collection, from old adventure novels to treatises on the occult sciences. Some of these titles, I believe, have been forbidden by the Crown. Gotta rearrange my cushion here. Bugging me. Alright. What is that? A tin soldier. It looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I have not heard of. Take? Alright. Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories, especially if you poke him with it. I'm kind of the opinion you should poke him in the head with it, like book, book. Maybe that's a bad idea. A painting of the cliffs of this region. A fire. It'd be funny if that popped up. It's a fire. What are you, stupid? The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in the room. All right. Oh, yeah, I looked at that already. I'm a dork. Okay. Globe. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work or some prehistoric era. Oh, Oh. Oh, what? What is it? Ooh. It's some kind of puzzle. I bet you have to push them in a particular kind of order. Were there the books to look at over here? Oh, no, not really. Okay. Okay. Log that. There's probably, yeah, see, because I feel like that's going to slide or something so you can get. Is that birds? Yeah, it's locked. I can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. Ugh, gross. Hmm. Hmm. This doesn't move or scoot like a puzzle. I feel like it's a key. Like a combination kind of thing. Ooh, maybe it opens the globe. I thought maybe it would. I bet I would be willing to bet a coffee that it either moves a bookshelf and opens up a door or opens up the globe and reveals something inside the globe. Those are my guesses. Okay, got a tin soldier. Who's this? A portrait of Professor Wright. His appearance was quite different back then, an imposing, inquisitive figure. In you go. It's another hole. Squeaky, squeaky. There are a lot of locked doors. I don't know if I have the time and inclination to find a bunch of keys later in a sea landscape. Oh, there's more of that pipe. A gilded pipe. It runs from the room at the end of the corridor to the room upstairs. Oh, maybe there's something in here. Follow that pipe. Is this more of the pipe? Yep. Here's a stove. Cast iron wood stove. Anything? Oh, a bread oven. Ooh, bread sounds good. Let's bake some. Not an option. Various ingredients. Can we take any of them? Nope. That's a door. Glass jars filled with spices and pickled food. Can we take any of that? No. Alright. Another locked door? Reed's basement. Okay. So the attic and the basement and a couple of other rooms are locked. What's that? Is that an outside door? It is. Give me some keys, lady. Hiya! May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It is truly a terrible thing, and to think, all these years Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. What are the symptoms? This ailment that runs in Professor Wright's family, do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use. But I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he is a child again. With God's mercy, it has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. Oh, okay, that was silly. Okay. I'll leave you to your work. Thank you for your assistance. Have a good day, Dr. Wakefield. What is she digging? I'm concerned about that. Okay. So... got lots of locked doors everywhere. The basement is through the kitchen. I'll need to try and remember that. Okay, on to the other side here. Anything? Oh, let's look at this. A porcelain jar containing some dried branches. Do we need them? I guess not. Perhaps we can take the dried branches and whomp him about the head until he remembers what I want him to remember. Maybe not. That might be... Oh, is that the front door? Yes, that's the front door. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. Its head is missing. Oh, on this one, its head is missing. Where is its head? There's a strange ornament on the wall. I think I can move it. Well, move it then. What happens if I do that? That's to the backyard, isn't it? All right. Oh, was there any... I wonder if there's anything I need to look at here. What's that? Thick layer of ice covers the pool of water. Well, all right. Anything. Oh. This oak tree looks ancient, probably older than the manor itself. Okay. Oh, what's this? Ah, here we go. Queen has removed her mask. There's an empty hole where her face should be. The statue portrays a clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. What? The central statue portrays a cloaked figure holding a clay vessel. The vessel has a small hole in it, just large enough to see a metal object hidden inside. Well, what is it? Give it unto me. Yeah, but I want it. Statue portrays a sage hiding his face behind a mask. A stiff tree almost seems like a statue itself. Okay. Statue portrays a peasant woman with her face hidden by a mask. Alright. If I get something long enough, I can maybe get at that. Poke it out of his arms or whatever. Alright. Okay. Not sure what that does. Can I go? Yeah, nope, can't go any further that way. Alright. Okay, well, we've taken a look around the house and go back upstairs. An enormous painting showing a torrential river and the waves splashing on the banks. In the background, I can see an old church apparently abandoned. Alright, let's get up here. Oh, is that the door we came from? No, I think this one is. Yeah. We'll show him this tin soldier and see if that does anything. Dude, what you think of this? Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have. Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. book of travels? Yes, yes, he will work it out, but it must not be too easy. No, but he will find the prize, I'm sure. Prize? What is he talking about, Kaufman? Something concealed, something precious. In his addled state, could he have hidden away parts of his research? Hmm. He was always a proud man. He would not easily have forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its grave importance, at least, would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has holed it away somewhere for this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue my endeavors to revive his memory through conversation. Ugh. Book of Travels. Okay. Well, we can go back downstairs and look at the books, I guess. Oh yeah, it's a bathroom. Can't unlock any of these doors yet, I don't reckon. Maybe we can try it. Yeah. Won't open, no big surprise. Okay, I believe that's the library. Yes. There's a large volume here, quite worn. It's an illustrated edition of The Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the book of travels that Professor Wright mentioned. There's a mark on one of the pages. We began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. Okay. Desert. Headed west. Ocean. Coast north. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short, as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. Okay, I may have to go through that again because I don't know if I remembered all of it. That looks deserty to me. What's this? Ah, thank you. Began by crossing the unforgiving desert, facing the setting sun, so we need to go west first. At last we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in dear hope of reaching our home soon. Okay. So straight west, maybe? Yep. Follow the coast north. Okay, so we followed the coast north. The king and Travers declared war, so we were forced to return as we had come. Okay. So, as we had come, and then the port to the south. Let's see. Okay. Sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the easternmost cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. So, sea voyage, easternmost cape. I guess that would be here. Because that cape is further west, right? Hmm. Reach the easternmost cape, land there. Back to the sea, we marched forth and soon home. Okay. Maybe I have to do it all in one go. Maybe I have to go up and then back the way we had come. Um, okay. There we go. What did it open? It opened the globe. What's in there? A sealed letter. It is simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Kaufman needs to see this before it is opened. Okay. Next time, we shall take it to Kaufman and let him open it. Bye, Gilly Gumbo. Bye, Brat.